No one in the galaxy noticed Earth at first. It was a small blue planet, hidden on the edge of a quiet star system. No great fleets guarded it. No ancient alien structures floated around it. No powerful energy signals came from it. To the Galactic Union, Earth was not even worth a proper scan. Humans were classified as developing. That was a polite word the galaxy used for weak, for thousands of cycles. The galaxy followed one rule. The strong ruled, the weak obeyed. When a world could not defend itself, it was taken, its resources were harvested, its people were enslaved or erased. No one argued, no one resisted. Resistance was useless. Until Earth. The warning came too late. A massive alien armada appeared near Earth's system without any message or demand. Their ships were black, sharp, and silent. They belonged to the Karzun Dominion, a species known for fast conquest and zero mercy. They did not talk. They consumed. Earth's satellites detected them first, then the observatories, then the military. Human leaders gathered in panic. Their ships were few. Their weapons were outdated compared to galactic standards. Earth could not win a space war. Everyone knew it, but humans had never been good at accepting the obvious. Instead of sending threats, Earth sent a message. One message, short, calm, clear. It was not sent to the attackers. It was sent to the entire galaxy, across thousands of star systems. Screens lit up. Councils paused. Fleets slowed. Traders stopped mid-jump. No one had ever seen a developing species broadcast on open galactic channels before. The message showed a single human standing in a dark room. No armor, no weapon, just a calm face and steady eyes. "This is Earth," the human said. "We know you are coming. We know we cannot stop you today." The galaxy expected begging. They heard none. "We have one rule." The human continued. "If you attack us, we will remember you forever." Some aliens laughed. Others ignored it. The Karzun did not respond at all. The invasion began. Their first strike wiped out Earth's outer defense stations in minutes. Human ships fought back bravely, but they were destroyed one by one. Cities prepared for impact. The world waited for extinction. Then something strange happened. The Karzun flagship exploded. There was no warning shot, no visible weapon. One moment the massive ship ruled the battlefield. The next, it was gone, torn apart from the inside. Confusion spread through the alien fleet. Then another ship vanished. Then another. The attackers pulled back, scanning for hidden weapons. They found nothing. No energy spikes, no unknown technology. But humans were watching. Deep under Earth's surface, hidden systems activated. Old machines came online. Not alien machines, human machines. Built in silence, built in fear, built with one idea in mind. If they ever came, humans would not fight fair. The Karzun finally sent a message. "What are you?" they demanded. Earth replied with a second message, sent galaxy-wide. "We are humans," the voice said. "We are weak alone. That is why we prepare." The galaxy listened now. Human weapons did not work like alien weapons. They did not burn shields or overload reactors. They targeted logic, systems, and control. They turned strength into weakness. The invading fleet began to fall apart. Ships fired on each other. Navigation failed. Command links died. Panic spread among a species that had never felt it before. Within hours, the invasion was over. The Karzun retreated. Earth survived. Silence followed. Then the galaxy erupted. Council worlds demanded answers. Military powers rechecked their defenses. Ancient species searched their records, looking for any past mention of humans. They found none. Earth sent one final message. "We do not want war," the human said. "But if you bring it to us, we will finish it." That message changed everything. Trade routes shifted away from Earth. Fleets avoided human space. Even powerful empires hesitated. The galaxy had learned a new truth. Humans did not threaten loudly. They warned quietly. And they always kept records. Far beyond Earth, deep in unknown space. Ancient observers awakened systems that had been sleeping for ages. They had seen many species rise and fall, but never like this. One signal repeated in their networks, growing stronger with every transmission. Earth was next, and the galaxy was afraid of what came after. The galaxy did not sleep after Earth survived. Across thousands of star systems, emergency councils were called. Ancient halls filled with voices that had not spoken in panic for centuries. What happened near Earth was not just a failed invasion, It was a break in the natural order. A developing species was not supposed to win. The Galactic Union replayed the human message again and again. Analysts studied the battle data. Military experts searched for hidden superweapons. They found none that made sense. Humans had not used stronger firepower. They had used understanding. The Kharzun Dominion returned home in shame. Their leaders demanded answers from their commanders. The response was the same every time. We lost control. One officer admitted, our ships turned against us. Our systems obeyed unknown commands. That frightened the Dominion more than defeat. If humans could touch their ships without being seen, then no fleet was safe soon. Rumors spread. Some said humans could infect technology with a single signal. Others claimed Earth was protected by an ancient machine older than the galaxy itself. A few whispered that humans were not new at all, only pretending to be weak on Earth. Celebrations were short. Human leaders knew the truth. They had survived one attack, not the galaxy. Their weapons were powerful, but limited. Their fleets were small. If multiple empires attacked together, Earth would fall. So humans did what they always did. They prepared. Factories shifted production. Shipyards expanded. Old space stations were rebuilt into something new. Humans did not announce this work. They hid it behind trade deals, scientific exchanges, and open diplomacy. To the galaxy. Earth looked peaceful. To peaceful. Ambassadors from nearby systems arrived. They came with smiles and soft voices, asking questions that sounded friendly, but felt sharp. What defenses do you have? What alliances do you seek? What price would you accept for protection? Humans answered carefully. We seek no empire, they said. We want trade, not control. Some believed them, others did not. Far away, the High War Council of the Zoroth Empire watched quietly. The Zoroth were old, patient, and dangerous. They had ruled entire regions of space without open war, using fear alone. The Zoroth saw something familiar in humans. Not power, resolve. Earth is pretending to be calm. One Zoroth elder said, that is the most dangerous phase. The council agreed. Instead of attacking, the Zoroth sent spies. Human space welcomed them. That was a mistake. Human intelligence services noticed the spies almost immediately, but they did not arrest them. They let them watch, let them listen, let them believe they were unseen. And through those spies, humans sent a message, not with words, with patterns. Zoroth analysts began receiving reports that made no sense. Human ship movements did not match their numbers. Supply routes appeared and vanished. Some ships existed on records, but were never seen. Others were seen, but did not exist on records. The Zoroth began to doubt their own data. Doubt turned into hesitation. Meanwhile, a smaller power made a choice. The Virel Collective, a trade-based species with no real military, reached out to Earth. Openly, we do not want to be next, their leader said. Teach us. Humans did not teach weapons. They taught thinking. They showed how to decentralize systems, how to remove single points of failure, how to let machines question commands instead of blindly obeying them. The Virel ships became harder to control. From the outside, the galaxy noticed. Soon, more requests came. Quiet ones, secret ones. Humans never advertised their help. They simply answered when asked. The balance began to shift, not through conquest, through influence. Then came the incident. A Union patrol near neutral space suddenly lost contact. When they reappeared, their ships were intact, their crews alive, but their memory logs were empty. No battle, no enemy. Just silence. The only thing recovered was a repeating signal embedded deep in the system code. A simple human phrase, we were here. Fear spread faster than any fleet. The Union demanded answers from Earth. Humans denied involvement, and they were telling the truth. Someone else was copying them. That realization terrified the galaxy even more, because now humans were no longer the only ones who understood the new way of war. In hidden places, unknown groups began to rise. Some admired humans, others hated the old empires. All of them learned the same lesson. Power was no longer about size. It was about control. Back on Earth, a quiet meeting took place. Military leaders, scientists, and diplomats gathered in a secure room. We have become a symbol. One human said, that is dangerous. Another nodded. Symbols attract enemies. A third voice spoke calmly. Then we decide what kind of symbol we are. Beyond human space, ancient observers continued to watch. Their sensors showed a galaxy changing shape, spinning around one small blue world. For the first time in a very long time, the future was unclear, and uncertainty was the greatest weapon of all. The galaxy had not attacked Earth again, not because it could not, but because it no longer knew how. And somewhere in the dark, something older than any empire began to move, curious about the species that did not conquer, did not beg, and did not forget. The first real war did not start with an attack. It started with fear. For many cycles, the galaxy watched Earth from a distance. No fleets crossed its borders. No threats were sent. But silence is never empty. It is filled with plans. Inside the Galactic Union, pressure grew. Smaller worlds demanded protection. Trade routes were unstable. Old powers were losing control, not to humans directly, but to the ideas humans had released. Decentralized systems, independent command, machines that questioned orders. Empires were built on obedience. Humans had made obedience optional. The Union decided something had to be done, not openly, quietly. A coalition formed in secret, not attackers, but peace enforcers. Their goal was simple: remove Earth as a symbol. No destruction, no genocide, just control. They called it a stabilization mission. A massive fleet gathered beyond map space. Ships from different species, different designs, all united by one fear: if Earth remained free, the galaxy would never return to the old order. The fleet moved. This time, Earth saw them coming weeks in advance. Human sensors detected strange coordination patterns, old rivals flying together. Shared command signals. That alone was proof enough. Earth did not send warnings. Earth prepared. Deep space docks opened for the first time. Structures that had been hidden inside asteroids slowly unfolded. Human ships emerged, not large in number, but different in design. They were not built to dominate space. They were built to survive it. No central command ship, no single leader. Every vessel could act alone. Lose one, the others continued. Lose 10, nothing changed. Human fleets were not armies. They were swarms. As the coalition fleet crossed into the outer system, a Union envoy transmitted a message. Earth, the voice said, calm and controlled. This action is for galactic stability. Stand down and accept oversight. The human response was delayed. Then it came. This is Earth, the same calm voice said. You came with weapons. That is not oversight. The coalition advanced. They expected resistance. They did not expect confusion. Human ships did. Not charge. They did not form lines. They spread, disappeared behind moons, vanished into signal noise. Coalition targeting systems struggled to lock on. Then systems began to fail. Not weapons. Navigation. Ships drifted slightly off course. Small errors at first. Then larger ones. Fleets that trained together began to separate. Communication delays grew. Coalition commanders shouted orders. Their ships questioned them. That had never happened before. Some vessels refused commands. That conflicted with internal safety logic. Others rerouted power without permission. The fleet slowed itself down. Human ships appeared briefly, struck precise targets, and vanished again. Not reactors, not crews. Data nodes, memory cores. The coalition realized late that they were fighting an enemy that did not care about territory, only about function. One species broke ranks, the Virel Collective. Their ships powered down weapons and broadcast a message. We will not fight Earth, they said. We learned from them. Panic rippled through the coalition. Trust collapsed. The Union tried to regain control, but the damage was done. Every commander now wondered which ally would turn next. Then, the unexpected happened. A human ship moved forward alone. It was larger than the others. Still not massive by galactic standards, but unmistakable. Its hull carried no flags, no markings, only simple identification numbers. It did not fire. It transmitted, "Stop," the human voice said. "This war ends now." The coalition ignored it. The human ship changed position. Suddenly, the coalition fleet's shared command network went dark. Every ship was now alone. No central orders, no shared data, no coordination, just silence. That was when the galaxy understood. Humans had not built a stronger fleet. They had built a way to remove fleets. The coalition began retreating in chaos. Some ships collided. Others jumped blindly into unstable space. A few tried to fight back and were disabled within seconds. Earth did not pursue. The message was clear enough. After the battle, The galaxy reacted faster than ever before. Alliances collapsed overnight. Empires recalled fleets. Councils suspended expansion plans. No one wanted to be next. But fear has another side, anger. In the darkest regions of space, beyond Union law, a final decision was made. An ancient force, older than the Union, older than most recorded history, had been watching quietly. They had ruled once. They had been replaced. And now, they saw a chance if humans were allowed to continue. No empire old or new would ever rule again. That could not be allowed. Their fleets began to wake. Their weapons powered on. Unlike the others, they did not fear humans. They studied them, and they prepared a response not based on control, but destruction on Earth. Human leaders watched new signals appear on their screens. Energy readings unlike anything seen before. Fleet movements that did not follow known logic. One human finally said the words everyone was thinking. "This is not another empire." Another replied quietly, "No, this is extinction level." For the first time since the beginning, Earth faced an enemy that could not be influenced, confused, or warned away, only stopped, and the final test of humanity was about to begin. The signals coming from deep space did not belong to any known empire. They were too old, too precise, too calm. Human scientists studied the data in silence. The energy patterns were clean, controlled, and terrifyingly efficient. Whatever was coming did not rely on fear, politics, or control. It relied on one thing: erasure. The ancient force finally spoke. Their message did not go to the galaxy. It went only to Earth. "You disrupt balance," the signal said. "You spread instability. You will be removed." There was no threat in the voice, only certainty. For the first time, Earth did not answer immediately. Human leaders gathered. Military options were discussed, then dismissed. This enemy could not be hacked easily. Their systems were not decentralized like the younger empires. They were unified, simple, and brutal. A direct fight would end in Earth's destruction. Everyone knew it. Then one human asked a quiet question. "What do they want?" The room went silent. "They want control." Someone replied. "No," the human said. "They want order. A galaxy that behaves." That changed everything. Humans had never fought for order. They fought for choice. Earth sent a reply. Not a threat, not a warning, a confession. "We are unstable," the message said. "We argue, we fight, we make mistakes. We do not fit your design." The ancient force paused. Humans continued. "But we adapt, and so does the galaxy. You fear chaos because you cannot change. We do not fear it. We learn from it." No weapons fired, no fleets moved. Instead, humans did something no species had ever dared. They opened everything: human history, human wars, human failures, their worst moments, their near extinctions, their internal conflicts, their constant rebuilding. They showed how close they had come to destroying themselves, and how they stopped again and again. The ancient observers processed the data. For the first time in their long existence, they encountered something unexpected, a species that survived not by control, but by recovery. Their weapons powered down slightly, not trust, but curiosity. Then came the final human message. "You can erase us," the voice said calmly, "but the galaxy will still change. Not because of us alone, because others have learned." The signal ended with a simple line. "You are no longer the future." Silence followed. Across the galaxy, ships waited, empires held their breath, worlds prepared for the end. It did not come. The ancient fleet stopped at the edge of human space. Then, slowly, they turned away, not retreating, withdrawing. The message they left behind was short. Observation will continue. It was the closest thing to mercy the galaxy had ever seen. Earth survived again, but this time, something else happened. The galaxy changed its behavior. Empires stopped expanding blindly. Smaller worlds demanded independence. Old powers lost influence not through war, but through refusal. Humans did not become rulers. They became a reference when threats were made. Others asked, "Is this another Earth?" When empires planned conquest, advisors warned, "Remember the humans." Earth continued building, but not fleets meant to dominate. They built systems meant to endure, shared knowledge, defensive networks, mutual support. Years passed, then decades. The ancient force never returned to attack. They watched and learned. One final record was added to the deepest archives of the galaxy, written by an observer older than stars. Humans are not the strongest species. They are not the smartest. They are not the most advanced. But they are the most dangerous. Because they do not seek control, they seek survival. And survival, given enough time, defeats everything. Earth was next, but humanity chose not to be the end. They chose to be the beginning.